Hey, this is KSP with Tape, and today you join me once again with Project Duna. So I'm returning from Ike, and I just did the encounter there, but cut out the setting out of the encounter because it took ages, so I skipped right through it. So now I'm just going right from the burn from my orbit in Ike back to Duna to the main ship, where I will be using part of the craft I'm flying right now to return the people from, well, return the Kerbals from the surface of Duna to the to orbit, which I will be doing today. I did actually intend to put everything into this episode, where I return from orbit, get in the return craft, and go all the way home. But that would have taken too long, and long episodes, it would just be boring, and I don't want to kind of end this series on a bad note. So there will be a sixth episode, which will be coming really soon, because for those of you in Britain who know, it is half term. Anyway, I just cut that out again and skipped right to the encounter, because this whole thing did take quite a long time. And, I mean, okay, so that's that's my intersect with the capital ship. The capital ship? Oh, and I just skipped again, right to where I'm getting close to the main ship, because again, I'm cutting it down, but there will be less cutting. But I just wanted to get this bit over and done with quickly. And that's me using the engine and RCS, because I burned, well, I thought was a little late, but was actually perfect. And it's best to burn off your RCS as quickly as possible, because it has a really low specific impulse. Anyway, I think that's all the very choppy cutting done. And this is at 4 times time accelerate, I'm hoping. Yeah, no, it is. And this is me coming in for the docking. Now, I did this in quite a few parts, and this bit was a while ago. As some of you may know, I have had fairly awful flame rate issues. Yeah, my flame hasn't been burning fast enough. No, my frame rate issues have been a little annoying, and I've fixed that slightly. I mean, it's not as bad here, especially at 4 times, but it has been a problem, especially in my last video. But I've just kind of sorted some things out with my screen recorder and just kind of made it better, so it's a better viewing experience. Anyway, instead of turning the ship around, I'm using the LV-909 on the bottom of the lander to slow myself down, which I quite like, because then I don't have to do lots of turning, although the gyros on this are pretty good. And that is, yeah, Bob Kerman, obviously. If you watched the last episode, then you'll know that he went to the surface of Ike, and if you didn't, well, if you feel like it at some point, there will be a link now, or maybe around now, to go and watch that episode, because, I don't know, maybe you want to see Ike. I hadn't been to Ike until last episode, so, you know, it's, I don't spend much time on the surface, but I think it's okay. It's just a short episode. Anyway, so I'm coming in very fast. Well, I'm coming in quite slowly in real life, but this is, obviously at 4 times. Although, actually, no, this looks painfully slow even at 4 times, because it did take a little while, because, I mean, it was a very precise docking, because it's a very little docking port nestled between fuel tanks, so I have to come in quite precisely, because the magnetism won't be able to pull me in if there's a fuel tank in the way. And you can just see it, well, I can't point to it, because this is post-commentary. Obviously, I can't just speed up time. Well, I can on the game, but I know what I meant, shut up. Anyway, if you haven't been following the series, if you're just joining me, this is the main ship, which had lots of things attached to it, kind of for its big mission to Duna, and what you see on the end there is the return craft. I sent a couple of landers down, a rover, and this. It's all fairly, it was a pretty cool mission, I think. I've had a lot of fun, and the fun is not over, because I still haven't finished off the returning, because, well, I was actually, yeah, as I say, I was going to do that in this episode, but time constraints, and I think it'll either be uploaded tomorrow or the next day. It will be done quite quickly, because I want to move on to other things. I have some interesting plans for more kind of stock series-y things, something to kind of replace my Populating the Solar System, but it will be a lot more interesting, because I realized that my Populating the Solar System series started off kind of slow, and then only did 2 episodes, and only really got to Mimbus because my computer decided, oh, look, there's a little message from Steam. That's nice. Actually, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Populating the Solar System. It'll be much more interesting than that. I'm going to reveal it right now, because I'm kind of excited about it, but it will be right from the start, kind of something interesting, something new, that I don't think a lot of people have done. I mean, I'm sure people have done it, but anyway, I will stop doing a teaser trailer for that. Subscribe. What? Who said that? Oh, some crazy but seriously, but yeah, I'm just bringing this into a docking. As you may be able to tell, I'm filling time. No, I went off on a random tangent again and forgot what was happening. But yeah, you can see it's just another docking with this little craft. This was part of what landed on Ike. The rest is still sitting on Ike. Oh no, it's sitting in orbit around Ike, the other fuel tanks. In the meantime, what have I been doing? Oh, well, I've been playing career mode. Career mode is really good. So that's everything docked up. I'm just doing some refueling things now. You'll just watch that. But career mode is really good. I want to do some videos on it. I haven't yet because when it first came out, I was like, oh, crap, I've got to do a video. But then I didn't actually have time. And then, all the big channels had brought one out. And I thought, I will do one at some point. And, I've been doing other things. And I will do something. Probably not a Let's Play. But anyway, now we're on Duna. And this is some time I spent on Duna because I feel like I skipped through missions too much. And I just flick through all the things. This is at 4 times. And I do some running at 4 times on this, so it'll be at 16 times for you. You may have really briefly seen the other lander over there resting on its engine because for some reason the update had new landing legs, which were really good, but it put all of the ones that were down to an up position, that was fun. Anyway, I'm taking a look at this rock using my light. What I found out is you can use the lights on your Kerbals when you're in a rover with seats, which is really cool, because then you don't need to bring lights, because I brought no lights on this mission. Seriously, if you check through all my ship, there are 0 lights. I'm done looking at that, now I want to test out this rover, which is super good. It was the bane of my life. So yeah, I just showed off the light function there. I brought no lights on this mission, except battery lights and the lights on the Kerbals helmets, because I forgot, and if there'd been any more parts, my computer would have just horribly died. Although right now the frame rate's pretty good. Not brilliant, because my recorder's quite heavy for some reason right now. I've got to get a better one, as I keep saying, but I probably won't get around to it, because I am very busy right now. But anyway, it ran pretty smoothly because I made some improvements to the setup. But everything's good, and I'm just going to the top of this hill to plant a flag. And a lot of functions have been fixed for me now, because for a while in 2.1 I couldn't plant flags because it crashed the game, which is fixed now, except for like this bit right now. It's been able to plant flags the whole time, and I've shown off the little science things. Obviously I can't do it because I'm in free mode. Anyway, now I plant the flag, and you won't see a message because my computer was like, nope, and it just crashed out. But most of the time it has been fixed. Oh, and I'm just moving Bob come back from the lander can. Putting him in there. That's good. Anyway, I should probably prepare to bring that down. But anyway, yeah, and the sphere of influence changes have been... Oh, yeah, that was my probes that I... Okay, what happened just there was those two... there was 2 probes and 2 hitchhiker containers that had somehow kind of merged together in building. And I just wanted to show you that they really had broken. And what happened there is they both sprang off at the same time and docked to each other. Oh no, it's some quantum physics crap. But what I am going to do with the other probe that isn't doubled up with another probe, if I didn't explain that very well, it is explained in one of my other videos about this series. I'm actually going to use one of those probes as an extra parachute, because they were emergency things, just in case I needed parachutes for some reason. And I thought I might as well utilize it, because it has this little RCS thing. So I can in fact direct it around and put it on top, so I just save a little bit of fuel, because I was a little worried about, obviously I had to kind of, as you'll see, I had to make quite a lot of course corrections for my landing, because it is actually quite hard to land perfectly accurately when you don't want to really hard drive and walk. But I did land about 3 kilometers away from my people, which you'll see in a bit. But yeah, so I'm just using this to save a little bit of the Delta V to ensure that I get back to orbit, as it is called Project Duna Surface to Orbit. Yeah, that is what it's called. Because it takes her from the surface to orbit, and for some reason, rather than just landing this, I landed 2 other landers. But I just wanted to take loads of stuff out to Duna, because it kind of, well, I haven't done any massive missions in a while. I did once do, if you've seen any of my Starship videos, I did take some of those Starships out to Joule, just as a test, for various things. But yeah, I didn't capture that, because it was kind of just a test and really horribly hashed together. But anyway, so I thought I'd do one for this. But anyway, that is, oh yeah, my interface just came on screen. I was, I don't know what I was doing, but my start, well, not my start menu, my Ubuntu 2D Unity launcher or whatever the fuck it's called. Ah, there goes my screen. But it's, yeah, I use Ubuntu, so it's slightly different. And which is why I always have software problems. But anyway, I'm coming down a little far, which countering now. This is why I need lots of fuel. So I'm just bringing it in and burning a lot more fuel than I'd like, sadly. And just adjusting my inclination now, so I actually land somewhere near it. And I do get fairly close, which I was kind of proud of, because it was better than some of my other landings. And if you saw my original landing on Duna 1, I crashed one of the ships and really smashed it up, lost an RTG and things. But you know, anyway, there goes the chutes, and I'm really gunning the engine right now, because screw efficiency, I just need to land nearby, so that because that rover's actually really horrible to drive. I didn't want to drive too far, but I drive about 3 kilometers, and it's all right. And I'm hoping. Oh no, but I have no idea what happened. And there we go, landed. But the actual rover footage, because I may have done it a few times, as you are. Wait, is this the rover footage? Because I know I crashed loads. I did crash a lot because it's really hard to drive it, but I kept reloading and just driving back. It took me about 4 attempts, which was kind of annoying, and I didn't want to have to walk all that way. But for some reason, I think I don't know. I think it lost some of the footage. I'm pretty sure, but I get most of it. And for these people, I'm flying right across to it because that's a little quicker, and there are only 2 seats on the rover. And it isn't great to drive. That's one thing. One kind of problem I constantly have on this game is that the driving is just really horrible. I mean, my rovers aren't good. That's a thing. But I just never been a fan of the driving on it. But anyway, we're slowing down, obviously, because I overshot a little bit. But we're getting pretty close. And those chutes aren't repacked. But I don't need it because I don't need any of this fuel. And there's not really a logical way of transferring it from here into the launch thing. So anyway, we're coming down, and that's quite a nice landing. Probably the nicest landing of the entire mission, because if you look through them, I might even do a reel of just all the landings, because there's been some horrific landings and some almost horrific landings, and if I still have all the footage, I will. But anyway, so I'm just going to use my RCS pack to get in here. Well, actually repack the chutes for... Oh no, I'll repack the chutes for the next guy. But the RCS pack does just about work on Duna because it's fairly low gravity and fairly low atmosphere. Fairly thin atmosphere, obviously because of the gravity. Yeah, well, not entirely. I'm not an expert on that stuff. But anyway, but it is good because I've also forgot ladders. If we'd gone to Eve, all of these people would be stuck here forever. And there you go, I magically transported there, as I said, in my rover. As I say, that little grey box on the top, that's not a probe, that's a teleporter. Obviously, that is why that happened, not because I lost the footage. What are you talking about? It was the teleporter. Anyway, I'm really not funny. I'd say I tricked you into thinking I was funny, but I'm not very good at tricking people, obviously. Anyway, I'm just repacking the chutes. Let's not talk about how unfunny I am. I've got to trick you into staying. Anyway, those chutes are repacked just in case I do have to land. And if I do have to land, I don't get back, really. There isn't really a way in which that works. I was just making sure so that at least they'd be alive, and... God, I would have had to launch. I mean, who knows if it goes right? But no, if it goes okay-ish. But I would have had to launch a rescue mission, and that would have taken a couple of episodes. And oh yeah, now I'm just taking a surface sample, just running my hand through the surface of Duna one more time, looking around. God, I'm gonna miss this planet that I've been on for not that long, but will orbit for a while whilst I wait for a transfer window. I'm just wondering how long is left, so I know how long to talk for and whether to get into long subjects. Anyway, this is in the inside cabin, which I still love, and I'm looking out of each window. Click on the windows to look out of them, and there's Jebediah Kerman in his orange suit. Yeah, obviously orange spacesuit, because an orange tuxedo would look a little weird. I want an orange tuxedo. I'm pretty sure there's a How I Met Your Mother episode with orange tuxedos. Anyway, I've left this probe on the surface because I don't want to haul it up, and I may use it in the future, just scooting around, as you saw with the RCS pack, because, yeah, RCS thing. Because why not? Now, to take off, we are leaving the surface of Duna. We will never come back here, but probably in the future at some point. But anyway, that's the toroidal aerospike, almost at full ISP, which is pretty much no change in atmosphere and things. That's why I chose it. Just getting altitude right now, because I'm not sure of the correct descent path on Duna, but tipping over as I do it, just to kind of get some kind of decent launch going. And now I'm gravity turning, just flat out. I just kind of did it in a 2-stage bit so that I didn't screw anything up. And I have more than enough fuel. I think I get into orbit with 100 litres of fuel, which is slightly better than I thought, but probably not enough to go up to the ship safely. So what I am going to do, and the reason I end this fairly soon, is that I'm going to bring the return craft down to the one with the nuclear engine, and then I can take maximum effect out of the O-berth effect and just generally save fuel. So that will all be in the next episode, which will be coming soon. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you want to tell me anything, obviously comment. If you want to see more of this and really awesome things in the future, please subscribe. This has been KSP with Tape. I will see you next time.